Hello, community members, family and friends, well-wishers, sympathizers, your friend and brother Sam G here with Unico National coming to you from Minneapolis, Minnesota. First of all, I want to say on behalf of Unico, thank you so much for being a part of our past convention in May. You should have come out right away with appreciation in the form of dance, to let our people know that we do appreciate them for supporting our organization, and the support we received during our past convention in May was overwhelming, and I want to appreciate each and every one of you who made it a success. It was a very successful convention. We were able to meet our goal for the convention. As a matter of fact, we would like to announce to you that our project that we've been raising funds for most of the time in the past few years is near completion. That's the Women Empowerment Center, and that's in Gompa City, Nima County, and the project is going to hopefully be delegated to the public in March of 2026. So we're looking maybe the middle of March to be in Liberia, and we like to invite each and every one of you, our supporters, our stakeholders, our donors, our volunteers, sympathizers, well-wishers, each and every one of you to come and be a part of that delegation. The next thing is, as the mineral development agreement between the Liberians and AML, Isla Meta, Liberia, mounts growing concerns in the country, where UNICO had drafted a position statement which the board of directors are reviewing before it can be published. But let's talk about the MDA a little bit here. So in the beginning, when God created the earth, I think God gave us resources, and those resources we're supposed to utilize them. So out of the geographical locations of the world have resources. Some folks depend on the sea, like the waters, for most of their resources. Some of us depend on the sea as well, the water, and we have minerals in the earth. We have rainforests. So let's talk about Liberia. So Liberia has a lot of mineral resources, and those mineral resources we're supposed to use them to take care of ourselves as a country. But the question is, how are we utilizing those mineral resources to take care of ourselves? Are we actually putting our time and energy, our expertise into utilizing these mineral resources to be able to take care of ourselves as a nation? So before the civil crisis, I grew up in one of the concessional areas in Liberia, specifically in LAC, the Liberian Agricultural Company, and that's in Grand Bassa County. My parents have moved there in search of job, and that's where I was raised. So right before the civil crisis, I was in middle school. I lived in one of those liberal camps that were built for the employees, and didn't have access to television, so we relied on radio broadcast our news, and I like spend most of my time on schoolwork, so didn't even have the time to listen to those radio broadcasts and stuff. So they didn't know a lot about what was going on in the country regarding the MDA, or whatever concessional agreements that Liberia had. So we live in the dark, but our focus was on what we could see. Our parents didn't have the opportunity to travel to Western countries or other countries to see the difference. So we were focused on what we had at the time. And thank goodness, LAC had, free education for the employees. This education was headed by the Catholic norms, so we grew up acquiring Catholic, based standard education, which I think was a good thing for the employees on the plantation at that time. That was one of their benefits, though they didn't have a lot to show for the work that they the labor that they did on the plantation, but at least the free education was there for their kids, and a lot of them made use of those education to ensure that their kids were educated. Folks that didn't have kids would maybe go get their uncles, let's say the nephews or the family members' kids, so that the kids can get educated. So why am I bringing this? With every concession agreement in the country, there are incentives that the people of the country are supposed to get. So we have contract agreements that we trust our government to sign with those concession companies. Living on the plantation in LAC, Liberia Agricultural Company, I would say maybe 45 or 50 minutes away from Buchanan. We commuted to Buchanan to maybe buy essential stuff that were not on the plantation. We went there maybe for vacation and stuff like that, and actually moved to Buchanan in 1991, 92 for school. But let's talk about the concession agreement. I'm not exactly sure what the agreement between LAC and the government was, but I saw that between LAC and Buchanan, we have a dusty road that was not paved, and each time we travel on those roads, there was a logging company that was mining logs from behind compound number 3, and that logging company would transport their logs to Buchanan, to the seaport, via those tiny roads that were not maintained. So during the dry season, when the roads are dry, the dust were all over. So each time we're traveling on those roads, the drivers would be very careful. Whenever they notice or maybe realize that there is a logging truck coming, they will park on the side of the road. Sometimes they will try to get into the bushes just to give those guys the way. Otherwise, you're gonna be crushed. And when one logging truck passes, you have to wait for maybe 15 minutes, ensure that the road is clear before you get on the road. And then let's talk about rainy season. During the time of rainy season, you had to use those roads because those big trailers, 18-wheelers will messed up the road, and people won't be able to commute easily to Buchanan. And that was the only road we had to go to the city, no other way. And then we had a train track that would take iron ore and other stuff from Lanco Ikepa to Buchanan. And then LAC will use the same track to take the rubber to the seaport of the seaport of Buchanan. Why am I bringing all these? The road from Buchanan, from LAC to Buchanan, was so bad. So the question I would ask myself is, why are these guys using these roads and not maintaining it? Why is this road not paved? So what kind of agreement do we have, or does Liberia have with these concessionaires? So let's fast forward to present day MDA, or present day concession agreements with the Liberian government and those concessionaires that come to mine our minerals, or maybe plant rubber or produce rubber in Liberia.